So good morning all of you. In this class I am going to explain you issues in the design of code generator. So in this topic we have to discuss about these 7 points. The first one is input to the code generator. Second one is the target programs. Third one is memory management. And fourth one is instruction selection. And fifth one is register allocation. Sixth one is choice of evolution order. And the last one is approaches to code generation. So all these are related to the code generator. So all of you know that we have total 6 pages. Out of these 6 pages, the last one is code generator. So here the code generator, what is the input to the code generator and what is output to the code generator. So the code generator produces what type of output, we will see. So the first one is input to the code generator. So here in this case the code generator input is the intermediate representations. And also all of you know that the symbol table is connected with each and every phase. So in this case the front end produces the low level intermediate representations. So and also it can be detected the syntactic and semantic errors have already detected, because the code generation is the last phase. Whenever once we come to the code generator means first the second phase is the syntax analyzer and the third one is the semantic analyzer. It should be executed. At that time, suppose any errors are occur, it will be modified and then the fourth phase will be executed. Like that, once we come to the code generator phase, there is no errors. There is no like syntactic and semantic errors. And the second point is the target program. So here the last one is the code generator. So the code generator produces some different types of outputs. Here the first one is absolute. One is absolute machine language, and second one is relocatable machine language, and the third one is assembly language. So typically the target code comes in 3 forms. One is absolute machine language, second one is relocatable machine language, and then last one is assembly language. So all of you know that the compiler input is high level language and it produces the target program is a assembly language. By using the assembler, this assembly language is converted into a machine level language. So these are the outputs of the code generator. And the memory management, the third one is memory management. So here in this case, so both the front end and back end, like the code generator performs the task of mapping the names in the source program to addresses to the data objects in runtime memory. And also here whatever the names used in the 3 address code refer to the entries in the symbol table. So here all these are the related to the memory management issues. And also the next one, the fourth one is the instruction selection. So here the instruction selection means, for example, it depends upon the instruction set of target mission. Based upon the target mission, we have to modify the data. For example, take these 2 statements are set. X equal to y plus z and a equal to x plus t. Here also x equal to y plus z, a equal to x plus t. So in this case, the first we have to perform action operation. x equal to y plus z. Next one, a equal to x plus t. So one way is move y to register R0. Next one, move z to R0. Next to move R0 comma x. Next move x to R0, add t R0, move R0 x. Now compare this one, move y to R0, add z comma R0, and then add t comma R0. Simply move R0 comma here. So here we are using almost 6 statements. Instead of 6 statements, we can use only 4 statements. Simply move y is assigned to register R0, and then R0 is added with z. Next one, that value is added with t. The total value is assigned to a. Okay? It is totally depending upon the set of target mission. And the register allocation. So here, if the instruction contains register operands, then such a use becomes shorter and faster than that of using operands in the memory. So in this case, we are mainly concentrating on one is register allocation and second one is register assignment. So register allocation means appropriate set of variables that will reside in registers. Whereas in register assignment means specific register in which corresponding variable will reside. Okay, but here the problem is it depends upon the system to system, architecture to architecture. It is a somewhat architecture problems. So example is register takes for multiplication and division. See, t equal to a plus b. So move a some register R0, add b comma R0. Next one, t star c, multiplication, c R0 because the addition value is R0. Division, d comma R0. Next to move R0 comma d. It may be depending upon the hardware architecture. And the sixth one is the choice of evolution order. So here the choice of evolution order, it is generating on the efficient target code. Here we can require less number of registers to hold the intermediate result than the others. So in this case, picking up the best order is one of the difficulty in code generation. So mostly we can avoid the problem by referring the order in which 3 address code is generated by semantic actions. That means the choice of evolution order means this one we have already discussed about the SDT, syntax directed translation. In that case, how to evaluate the expressions. How to evaluate the expressions. Suppose in synthesized the approach is bottom to top, and in inherited the approach is left to right. So in this way, depending upon the evolution order. So we can avoid this problem by referring the order in which the 3 address code is generated by the semantic actions. Semantic action mean nothing but the SDT, syntax directed translation. And the last point is approaches to code generation. So here the most important factor for a code generation is that it should produce the correct code. It produces the correct code. So with this approach of code generation, various algorithms for generating codes are designed. Suppose our main intention is that, suppose if I want to design a new compiler means output should be clear, output should be correct. Then only the compiler is valid, applicable to everyone. Otherwise no one uses that compiler. So that's why whatever we designed our new compiler, we should follow the rules and regulations of the design of the compilation process. What is the first phase? What is the output of the first phase? What is the second phase? what is the output of the second phase. Like that, we have to perform each and every phase, then only we will get the correct output. Okay, so these are the main design issues in the design of a core generator. Thank you all of you.